Elon Musk's daughter, is on a rant on the internet exposing how Elon Musk has a tiny ego that can be crushed easily. And she's exposing how he has an imposter syndrome where he wants people to like him so bad.
I want to understand, like, where, if you have any opinion on this, like, where his constant, like, desperate desire to want people to want him comes from, to be liked. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. Being an insecure little buffoon, he was also kind of, some people deserve to feel imposter syndrome. Yeah, no, he kind of just needs to be liked. I think it's just because he's a narcissist. Some people just kind of are the way they are, right?
So the evolution, do you feel like it escalated, like it became more overtly right wing because he felt free and unshackled from the COVID era restrictions, or is it also brain rot? Because I still remember, like, in the beginning of COVID, he had that famous tweet where he was like, "Oh, this is going to be done by April."
One of the last interactions we ever had was arguing about, like, wearing a mask, because I was like, you need to wear a mask, and he sent me this gif of like this sheep, and he says, stop being sheeple, like, stop being a sheeple.
He
it was
communicated with you through 9gag memes.
Is that what that is? It was cringe.
It's so fucking cringe.
But yeah, no, I think it was COVID that really turned him to right wing. People think it's like my fault. Like, I cannot take credit for that, unfortunately, for him becoming a loon.
No one thinks that, by the way. I don't think anyone honestly thinks that.
No, a lot of people honestly think that he became, like, more right wing because of me, because they're because it's like a character, because people think we live in a novel and this is like some tragic character motivation. I'm like, that's not how that works. This is not a novel. Grow up. I am not the reason. He's a fascist.
It is bad enough already that people don't like you, just for your daughter to come on the internet and literally validate people's feelings on why they should not like you. Like, Elon, how do you expect to be the leader of the Oval? Yes, everybody knows you're in charge of the Orange Man when you cannot have your own house together. People are not taking this slowly, y'all.
Elon Musk's trans daughter is absolutely eating him up on Threads right now. He just did an interview with Jordan Peterson where he dead named her, used the wrong gender for her, and said she was dead. She's 20 years old and very much alive. He also said he was tricked into giving her gender affirming care, and that now his goal is to end the woke mind virus because she was killed by the woke mind virus. So she went to Threads, came out swinging, basically saying, you don't know shit about me, you have never been in my life, and I don't want to be associated with you in any way. And then she did a public interview with NBC where she said that Elon was an absent father and that he harassed her all the time, and that he would pressure her to deepen her voice as young as elementary school, and that he would also pressure her to act less femininely and things of that nature. I'm so sick of it. He pledged to donate $45 million a month to Donald Trump's super PAC. Then he weirdly walked it back, but he still endorsed Donald Trump and is saying that is why, because he's trying to kill the woke mind virus. Don't ruin everyone's lives because you're a shitty father.
Oh wow, he's made another company that is single-handedly pushing humanity towards colon.
Don't you always?
Oh my God, not colonizing Mars. That's not happening, people. It's a marketing scheme.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it would take to colonize Mars? Do you know how long it would take to terraform that thing? It's a fucking marketing scheme that everyone somehow falls for. This is my native language, I promise. That everyone somehow fell for, despite being, like, debunked by a Google search. Like, are you serious?
No, I do think that we are progressively getting dumber and dumber as a society. Is one of the things that I yell about quite a bit. But this was, I mean, you're nailing a lot of the reasons why I was always initially annoyed with Elon Musk from the jump, because of all of this stuff where it was like, this is not happening. Like, I remember having these conversations with, like, the donut media guys who were like car guys, right? And I was like, on paper, I'm supposed to love this person because, like, this is supposed to be like a green energy focused person who, but he's not. Exactly. I'm saying, like, on paper, he's supposed to be, like, leading the charge on renewable energy and electric vehicles and yet, you know, he's such a fucking douchebag.
10 years? 10 years that facade worked? God.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so but all of these lies, though, it still seems to work because, I mean, this is the first time I've ever experienced, like, I've expected, and people who understand the market a lot better than me have thought that like, oh, well, you know, we should short Tesla. It's inevitably going to
Look up E ratio and then look at Tesla stock compared to other car companies.
Yeah, no, exactly, because it's not a car company, it's a tech company, right? It's just like a silly
it's not a car company, it's a Ponzi scheme. Here's Vivian Jenna Wilson. I'm just gonna come on here and say that I'm doing well. I'm doing fine actually. And I am formulating a response and whatnot. It's being worked on. Just hold your goddamn horses for 5 more seconds, okay? I promise it's getting worked on.
Vice President Elon Musk takes shots at his transgender daughter. His daughter Vivian's previous name was Xavier. He refuses to call her Vivian, and he's insinuating that the virus she has should die. Basically, he's saying transgender is the virus. Vivian clapped back in a TikTok video. Let's check it out.
I look pretty good for a dead bitch.
Also, this is not the first time Elon Musk has disrespected his daughter. He's made comments like this, which essentially led to the strange relationship in the first place. She had to cut ties with her father. We know Donald Trump has been trying to ban everything related to transgender people. It is very disgusting to see that Elon Musk has a transgender daughter himself and is backing these initiatives. I had no idea he had so many kids.
I found out about the existence of my half-brother through reddit.com/r/RuPaul's Drag Race. This is a real thing that actually happened to me.
Did you know that Elon Musk has fathered just as many children as Nick Cannon? I don't know why I thought there was only the robot child and like one other, but here is the complete list of Elon's baby mamas and his 12 kids. This is Elon and his first wife, Justine Wilson. They met in college in Canada. They were married in 2000, they divorced in 2008, and they had 6 kids together. Their first child, Nevada, unfortunately passed away at 10 weeks old. They then had a pair of twins, Vivian, whose birth name was Xavier, and Griffin. And then they had a pair of triplets, Kai, Saxon, and Damien. Elon has 3 children with Grimes, and these two began their on-again, off-again relationship back in 2018. This is the child that most of us know about, and that is because his name really made headlines, and it is pronounced X-A12. And we know about little X for short because I feel like without a doubt this is Elon's favorite child. He's been called his little protege. But Elon and Grimes also have a daughter together, Exa Dark Sidereal, and they actually kept it secret for a year that they had a 3rd child together, Techno Mechanus. And that may be because in between Exa and Techno, Elon had 2 more kids. Just 2 weeks after Elon and Grimes welcomed their baby girl, he had a pair of twins, Strider and Azure, with Siobhan Zillis, and she is the project director at his brain chip implant company, Neuralink. And apparently these two have a 3rd child together, but the name and gender haven't been released. Now, Elon has actually been pretty vocal about his beliefs of declining birth rates and repopulating the earth, but he said he'll only keep having kids so long as he can be a good father. But how is Elon as a father? Well, at least one of his children has something to say about it, and I'm gonna get into that in part 2, so make sure you like and follow for more.